There was just a song on the radio. Today is 20, I'm sorry, it's 11/21/20. Um, and it was STAR 999. It's a radio station. Let's see if they still have it. Hold on. So, that song, which I think is Justin Timberlake, Mirror, Mirror, and it is, where that song is pure and true between him and I, and it actually happened. We told you all that's where we are right now. We're in such a viral state of humanity that my gray elephant rider, and myself, being Neptune, we literally shed our skins. We're in essence. I think then we had to flash skins on and direct to chairs and hold hands, while we had everybody else in white reflections room, where they had no body, no skin, just their intellectual concept of and construct of who they think they are and what their area of whatever. Again, I didn't ask names. I mean, their tune that they melodied out in the reflections pool of white light when we were all sitting there. And again, only he and I were there, and I don't know, I didn't see, Coptically, I only saw him. I travel, like, we are the exact same in just two different skins that always just want one another. That's how he and I are in like a bioluminescent platform of mirror and reflections. That ain't ever going to change. So, but then we've got all of you that are a problem. Being some kind of conceptual construct that has been misprogrammed, misinformed, wherever your skin and then your conceptual construct landed, and however your area is built and being managed. I mean, I'm not in a glass skyscraper at the moment. I'm not on the elephant at the moment. I will retain ownership of both said concepts and constructs, as she and NIKKIEONUS being he, and us being the United States. We're the unit that states. That's it. It follows us. So now, we said this while we were there, we literally, in order to get to a meeting that you were aware of, and some of you were not aware of, some of you signed up for willingly, and some of you by your employment contract, we just took you from wherever you were, because you wouldn't show up in a room and be part of a group, which is part of the problem. But we needed to have you inside the intellectual concept and construct of rebuilding planetary allegiance within some galactal whatever that we could use, and explain to wherever you report what we're up to and what we need done, because we're at like serious problems, and we have been from before we got here. But now by your treatment of me, it is such a disgusting display of leadership, a disgusting display of participation. I mean, it is horrible. Anyway, so we stripped your skins off. We took whatever you walked in skin, right? It dissipated. Like, not just like clothing, because we're not weird like you humans. Your skin literally came off, and whatever cosmic, I mean, I call it gas bubble. So it's like a nebula gaseous bubble, normally of color. You don't even get that level, but I'm giving you what outside of the reflections room I say about myself, because I own one and have one, as does Nicklaus, based on the conceptual constructs that we've already built and we've already shared with man, and we own these concepts because it's what we are. And when you strip everything down, that's ownership. So now, and why we're here, and why we're at a superiority complex structure more than your average walking, talking, seasonal, whatever these things are. Which is why I stay recluse, because I'm like, I don't want. So when your skin and it was just whatever biological antenna message that you work off of, your signal. Like if I turn on a radio and then I turn it off, right, it doesn't exist anymore. Great, that's how, we are down. I couldn't even give you guys bubbles with gas in it and give you some color chart, hoping that you were like the ones that we could rely on. That's how I am down so low in numbers, and it is so painful as to how things have been going. So now we got you down to just an intellectual telepathic signal between he and I, and you thought you were in a room visually watching us. I get that. There's a memory of that. But we have you in reflections on a different diagnostic program that we own. The solutions, the resolution, and whatever other fancy words you put together and then try to argue it, and as if you were ever going to get anywhere, but like worse for everybody else. So we did some answering of some questions there, some getting to know one another, I suppose. And other than that, I don't know what else. It was almost like taking questions from humans that have job functions, and they wanted to know, like, what's going on? Like, what can we trust? What can we believe? What's real? What was sitting in that reflections room was real. Problems and resolutions and whatnot that we gave, what happened along the way. I don't think we even came to a resolution because A, we ran out of time, and two, we couldn't get enough of the way you entered this arena or world to congeal together in one mainstay function, to have an agenda to go out and start propagating and building. Again, I don't know what skin you woke up in. I don't know what religious book you come out of. I don't know what you speak on a normal, everyday. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. That's how insignificant this project is to he and I. We're here, but I want out. If you are that viral and unable to build and to work with the two of us, there's no point in keeping the scenery or any of the skins that were walking around in it. They were useless to us. All they were toxic and viral, and they wouldn't work together or with us. You want to talk about no point? Yeah, 42 years. And we did all the work on the way in to avoid getting to this point.